Come on. Come on, babe. Let's keep it coming. Let's keep it walking. Let's keep it moving. Step right. Okay. Okay. We'll be okay. 1 minute in. No notifications. It's beautiful. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Figgy with the first comment of the stream tonight. He says, "Go Cowboys." Man, you know what's crazy? And we're going to talk a lot of football on this walk today. You know what's crazy is that line opened, when it first opened, it was Bucks by like 5.5. And now it's what, 8.5? It's jumped three points. That's insane. How often do you see a game, unless there's like some crazy news of like some main player or players now not in a game, have you seen a point spread jump 3? That's crazy. But I don't know, man. Do you think they're going to be able to keep up? Do you think the game's going to be a shootout? What do you think? What are your thoughts? How do you think it plays out? I mean, obviously you're a Cowboys fan, Ron. So what do you see happening here? Saucy, what up, man? He says, "Go Giants." It's good, Saucy. Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for joining. People, notifications are way delayed. You know, it's funny. Every app you use on my phone, I just go through YouTube, like straight through YouTube. On my desktop, I go through Streamlabs. It doesn't matter what you use. It seems like the notifications are so damn delayed. It's ridiculous. I think Eloy is going to go live later tonight. Come on, babes. Come on. Gonna throw 50 times, right? So you bring up a good point. So I guess, and a lot of times when I talk football, because I'm talking game theory, right? DFS wise, which we can relate. If we think Dak's going to throw 50 times, how, I mean, obviously Elliott will get some receptions out of the backfield, but how involved, I mean, they got to have him involved, right? But how involved is he going to be if Dak's really going to be throwing 50 times, if that's how we feel it's going to go down? That's what I want to know. Come on, Pop. Come on, go. Are you serious? I'm a lifelong Cowboys fan. I'm not sure about tonight. That Swiss cheese defense. Yeah, man. I mean, they are very, 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 very good. The Bucks, probably one of the best defenses in the league. Zoey's trying to do all her duty here real quick. You probably will have to think Zeke will be heavily used. Oh, Zeke's going to most definitely be heavily used this season. My question is, if we really think Dak's going to get that involved. Come on, bub. Gotta go this way. Yeah, normal walk. Let me get situated here. She already did her duties. So if we think he's going to get that involved already, or like 50, he's going to be throwing 50 times, then you got a question. I also, on the other side of that ball in the offense, Antonio Brown, man, like a lot of people are saying, like, he's back. He's back to his old self. Coach is super excited about what he's seeing from him. That's one scary offensive individual. If you guys remember when he was elite, like the best receiver in the NFL, for a 5-year stretch at his peak before he went all crazy and weird, he was receiver one, receiver 1. This is each year of this 5-year stretch. He was receiver 2 and then receiver 5. And if you look at the percentage of target shares for the Bucks last year when Brown was there, Brown had the highest share percentage. He was at like 22%. Evans was at like 18 point something, and like Godwin was like 19%. If we get that old Antonio Brown back, whoa, if he's really back, that's one dude that could be right back at the top of the heap. And that's going to be really flipping scary for anybody playing the Bucks. Really scary. Balls, what up, buddy? It's football time, baby. What better time than now? Oh, so he will be suspended before... Who will be suspended? No, I mean, I think he won't. No, I don't think he will, man. If he got on with the Bucks last season and he stayed out of trouble, they won the Super Bowl. I mean, I honestly feel like if he was trying to go back on some weird rampage, weird thing, I think he would have already done that and maybe not shown up, or would have been holding out this year. And, you know, everybody have been questioning where's he going to go or what's he going to do, who he's going to sign with. I think you're going to get that true, real Antonio, and which was probably had one of the best 5-year stretches in any receiver in the National Football League, if you actually look at it in just a 5-year window. I'm not saying he's the best receiver ever. I'm saying if you take a 5-year stretch, 5 years in a row, he was probably one of the best. If you go numbers wise, one of the best in that 5-year span. That's scary. That's absolutely scary. I mean, he is a beast. What do you guys put in the chat? What do you guys think the score is going to be? Hopefully you guys did a little Twitter thing. I'm doing a little fun giveaway. Guess the score, who's going to win, pick who's going to win, and then in the comment, I posted like earlier this week what do you think the score is going to be, or what the spread is. Like, you know, Bucks are going to win by 5, or Cowboys are going to win by 8, or whatever you feel, whatever you think. I'm going to be in a spot here where I'm going to have a hard time seeing the comments because I'm directly in the sun. Pup is doing awesome. What's up, Rippin'? Sorry, guys. I'm trying to read these comments. Brady will get the best. Yeah, absolutely. He's going to get the best out of them. So we got Bucks 24-20. We got Tampa Bay 34-17. Can they run? What do you mean, Joby? Derek, what up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Do we have... Yes. So find the tweet. It's got a poll. It's got an actual poll where you can select who you think's going to win. And then it says in there you have to comment down below and put what you either feel the score is or who's going to win by how many points. So whoever's closest after the game's up, they'll win something. It'll probably be, what's up, Timmy, man? It's football time. How can we not be any happier than right now? This is the time. This is the season. We got football all Sunday. We got football Monday. What could be better, guys? What could be better? I see Joby in the chat. Joby had a big loss today with his best ball league already. Man, the Ravens. Let's talk about that for a second. We can jump back to the Bucks Cowboys, but they lose now Gus Edwards. So are they going to go out and sign Le'Veon Bell? Does Le'Veon Bell fit the Ravens offense? Do we think that's what happens? Can they pressure Brady? He doesn't hold the ball long. No, he's a quick releaser and a pocket passer. So that's just it. Cowboys probably can't. Their defense is not good. Ron, I hate to break it, but Dallas's weak point is going to be their defense. And they're going up against a high, prolific offense. That's why I think the spread's obviously moving the needle the way it is. I mean, are they going to be able to stop him at all? I don't think so. But we'll see. I'm excited to see the game. Tom T's birthday today? I know he didn't play defense. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'd be interested to see, you know, there's a lot of comments I see on Twitter too, like, oh, well, the Ravens still have their RB1, right? Because the joke's always Lamar Jackson is a running back, just playing quarterback. Come on, baby. We got to keep going. Just a running back playing quarterback, right? I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what they do, see what happens, see how bad this injury is. I missed a few comments because of the sun. I apologize. Tom T, very special happy birthday to you, my friend. Lev Murray out of New Orleans now. What do you mean? Murray's gone? Latavius Murray, did I miss something today while I was working? I heard the Edwards news. Is Murray gone? No, if Murray's gone, then they might go after Murray. Murray would actually be a beast in Baltimore. He'd be another one of those, like a Gus Edwards, a J.K. Dobbins guy that's just brutal. That's just they're just gonna pound it down the middle, run it down your throats, right in the middle. And so full of smoked ribs, beer, now football. That's absolutely right, man. And tomorrow's Friday, Tom. You got a good day to have a birthday on, man. This year, a lot of times, you know, the worst days I feel like to have a birthday on, personally, when they come around, are like the Mondays, the Tuesdays, the Wednesdays. But a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I would say maybe Thursday's the best one, right? Because you get that pre-weekend celebration in, and then you could still kind of get by with saying it's still your birthday. It's your birthday weekend. So you can continue the party on for the weekend, right? Hope you're having a good day, buddy. I gotta get, what did he say? I gotta get you on Super Squares. Oh yeah, I'll play Squares. They didn't re-sign Murray because he wouldn't take, I wouldn't take a pay cut either, man. You know what? He could ultimately be an RB1 with a lot of teams. He's always been the backup to a high pro, like Dalvin Cook, right? Alvin Kamara. And look at how often he got, when he did get in there, like when Kamara was out, he was a beast. He got it done. Did what he had to do. I mean, he's a good running back. And he's still, like, people say, he's old, whatever. Think about it. Besides, like, the times, those weeks he's had to rush for Kamara or fill in for Cook or whatever, he's still been splitting carries and time with others. His legs are still somewhat fresh, I would say. What year did he come in the league? What year was Murray drafted? I know the Raiders drafted him. What year was he drafted? I don't remember. Somebody let me know in the chat. Somebody in the chat, let me know. When I was a kid, they always decided with school starting, but also knew, yeah, right? Hell yeah, 2013. So he's been in the league 8 years, right? But he hasn't, I mean, if you pull up his logs, or you pull up how many rushes he's had in those 8 years, I think I can think of 2 seasons where he would have, you know, been the main guy in a game, you know, for 7, 8+ weeks. Only like 2 seasons, I think. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on it. But I think. So, I don't know, man. That's a guy that somebody's going to pick him up. I wouldn't be surprised if we know by tomorrow or Saturday somebody's taking him. Week from, dude, be 50. Damn, man. It's coming up, brother. Awesome. Hello. Hope you put some sunscreen on. Ah, man. It's got color on it. It might look a little more pale like right now from the sun shining, but I got color on it. I'm good. I'm in shade half the time. I mean, look. This is half of my walk. I'm right under trees. So, it's good. We're good. I'm going by a dog at a fence. Vicious dog, probably a little dog. Little big man syndrome. So anyway, I started putting together my my little cheat sheet. Anybody who is still in the Discord that I haven't really been active in, it looks like there's still a lot going on in there. I did post my my week 1 cheat sheet as of right now for daily fantasy plays. And I'll talk a little bit about what I'm on. We'll talk more about it Sunday morning when it's more set in stone. But I'll kind of give you guys an update of where I stand, where I'm on, who I'm playing. And I think you'll be interested on some of the teams and some of the stacks that I'm looking at for tournaments. Let me just get by here real quick. Hello. So, like that Zoey pays. Yeah, exactly. But you know what she does sometimes? She does that very good. She'll walk close to me, like right by me. But then sometimes she'll turn around, or like after the dog goes a little ways, like she's like wants to be tough after the dog had walked by and has already gone. So I'm still working on that with her. But anyway, so here's a couple. You know, I brought up my interest. I've said this, I think I said this the other day, but in someone like a Mac Jones. Now you got to remember, week 1, any of you DFS players, week 1 is, the pricing is very soft. So what I mean by that is you can pretty much play who you want to play. You got to like throwing one lower cheap guy, but the problem is you got guys like Marquez Callaway for the Saints, who on DraftKings is like $3,300, and who on FanDuel, I don't remember his price off the top of my head, but he's cheap. That's a misprice. But that's because pricing came out a couple weeks ago. I still think Callaway should have been priced differently, because they already knew about Thomas by then. The whole Cam Newton, Mac Jones, like the Cam Newton news, that just happened a week ago, right? The pricing happened like 2 weeks ago. They started filling out tournaments. They can't change that once it's posted in any contest. Like they can't change that for this week. So on like DraftKings, you can get a Mac Jones for $4,400. You can get a Teddy Bridgewater, which I think is in a decent spot, for $4,800 on DraftKings. Sam Darnold. Another interesting one that I like at quarterback, Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz, you heard it right here. 50-point total. Seattle favored by 2.5. Game script, game theory would tell me that they're going to probably play from behind, right? Most of the game, more than likely. So Wentz is going to have to throw the ball. I'm not as big of a fan of a Jonathan Taylor this week. Could he still get in the end zone? Absolutely. Could he score 2? Absolutely. Anything can happen. But what I'm interested in that game is like a Carson Wentz with a Michael Pittman Jr. and maybe even throwing Jack Dowell in there, tight end. And then you can run it back with either a Chris Carson, if you feel like Seattle's going to have the lead all the time and they're eventually going to just keep trying to pound the ball. Or you could even take advantage of that lead that they should have and how that lead is given, right? With DK Metcalf or Tyler Lockett, or maybe even a Gerald Everett at tight end. So when you're building lineups, tournament lineups in football, you want to stack. There's got to be correlation, right? So what I mean by correlation is like Aaron Rodgers, or no, actually just go with Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz in a stack isn't really a great stack with Jonathan Taylor, their running back. Because the majority of Jonathan Taylor's touches are going to more than likely be handoffs or rushes, right? So you're not going to gain anything from Jonathan Taylor getting the ball handed off from Carson Wentz. Now, you could get points and accumulate points if he throws dump passes, which are going to happen. But how many of those is he going to throw, right? Not too many. Another guy I really like, and another stack I really like, is the Saints. And good old crab legs, famous Jameson Winston. Stacking. Now, here is a guy you could stack with an Alvin Kamara. And the reason why I say that is because Kamara is one of the best running backs to gain yards after catch. So, can he possibly find the end zone once, twice off a dump pass? Absolutely. Does he catch a lot of balls? Absolutely. And then you got your cheap option, which is going to be chalk, but it's going to be good chalk. Callaway, right? At like 3,300 on DraftKings. So they're playing Green Bay. So a good run back, that's another high total. So a good run back on something like that would be, I don't know that I would go Aaron Jones, even though it's not a terrible play on a run back. I would probably just stick with like a Devonta Adams. You're going to pay the price, but he's going to be worth it, right? He's going to be the guy Rodgers goes to. I mean, you could think about a Tanyan. Tanyan could come out and have a 2-touchdown, 3-touchdown game. He's been known to do it. He's definitely done it before. But I don't know. You want to think about when you're building these two, you're thinking of game theory, right? You're thinking of how the game is going to play out. So, is a team that has to play from behind all the time, or is going to be down, or is going to be down by a ton of points, going to run the ball? Are those running backs going to get a lot of touches? Probably not. Now, here's another thing. I'm not a fan of CMC this week. He's going to be popular. I'm going to let everybody else pay the price for him. I don't want him. I do not want him at that price. I'd much rather just, if I'm going to pay up at a running back or pay up at one running back, I'd much rather pay up at either Cook, Henry, or Kamara at a pay up running back spot. The Jets, the strongest part of the Jets team is their defensive line. I'm not saying they're going to hold him. I'm not saying he's not going to probably score a touchdown. He might get 100 yards rushing, right? And some receptions. But I'm going to almost go back to my baseball theory in fantasy. Why are we picking the highest priced guy against one of the toughest, not saying it's the toughest in the league, but it's a tough matchup this week. Jets defensive line is no joke. Why? It's not like he is the only high top tier running back on the slate this week. We got Cook, we got Henry, we got Kamara. There's many options. And there's many options in better positions. Right? Cook's going to run all over the Bengals. Henry's going to be in a shootout with Arizona, but even if they're in a shootout, they're going to feed him the ball because they love. I mean, that's their bread and butter, baby. They're going to continue to run that because Henry can break a 80-yard, 100-yard run at any time. Get him right back in the game. As quick as Tannehill can throw a bomb to Julio or A.J. Brown, Arizona's one of the more chalky stacks that I like. You guys have heard I am a huge Kyler Murray fan this year. I think they're just going to heap the ball. They're just going to go horizontal all season. They're going to always be in high point totals before the weeks comes up. You're going to see it. D-Hop, my sleeper receiver that I really love this year, Rondale Moore, Arizona's receiver, who is like third receiver, fourth receiver. I will tell you, he's going to get his touches. He's going to get his They're going to throw him the ball. He's probably going to scoot in. I would say he might be that receiver. I don't know. We'll see what AJ Green does. He might be that receiver too before the end of the season. AJ Green's getting old, right? Some injuries. Doesn't have the same speed that he did. We'll see. And then you can run that back with like a Derrick Henry, a Julio Jones, AJ Brown, whoever you'd want to run it back with, right? But you always, when you do a stack or you're stacking a team, you always want to run back that other team. You want to have at least a player, because for them to be the highest scoring players in their position or be at the top, they have to score points, right? And they have to put up points. They have to score touchdowns. And for that to happen, typically, and for it to continue to go, if they get a 3-4 touchdown lead early by halftime, well, then the other team's probably not going to be involved, right? But you don't play, what am I trying to say? What's the word I want to use? You're not playing for like shutouts or like where they're going to be way ahead. You want to play games where they should be in a shootout. Now, anything's possible. Football, it's a little bit easier to project where players are going to be and where they're going to land, because you kind of have an idea of, with running backs, like if they have the bell house or the workhorse running back, you know that they're going to get X amount of touches, so their chances where they land should be somewhat near where they project. But again, it's a projection. Things can differ, things can vary, right? Carolina's interesting as far as a stack where you could do like a Darnold, you could do a CMC, DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson, and they're playing the Jets, right? So maybe you run it back with like a Corey Davis. Oh, here's the other one that I really like. How about our boy Fitzmagic, Ryan Fitzgerald, Washington, Ryan Fitzgerald. I love this stack. Terry McLaurin and Logan Thomas. And you can run it back with an Eckler, Keenan Allen, or a Mike Williams. Do I start? Who is your favorite captain tonight? Antonio Brown, Jeremy D. Antonio Brown is my favorite captain tonight. Everybody's going to play quarterbacks, and that's probably the right play, but the problem is you have to get different, and that's where you got to get different as captain. So Antonio Brown, 2 TDs, 100-plus yards receiving tonight. Do I start OBJ? I would do OBJ personally. It's close, but I would definitely do the old dirty Beckham Jr., the OBJ. Yeah, I mean, I have lineups with Dak and Tom Brady at captain, but majority of my lineups have Antonio Brown in them. That's where I stand with most of them. I'm taking the stand with Brown tonight, hoping that that's unique enough to, and he does well, to differentiate me and get some more leverage on the field. See what happens. Love it. Mark, what's up, buddy? The ODB. Yeah, I would go Beckham Jr., I think. So, oh man, we're going to talk a whole hell of a lot more football on Sunday, guys. If you guys enjoy this, Sunday morning we'll go take a ride, get our favorite caffeine beverage, and talk the week, the games, what's going on. Hopefully help you guys build some successful lineups. It took AB just not in flex. They have so many weapons. Yeah, it's definitely hard to see. That's just it, right? But I think a lot of people are going to think Brady or Evans or Godwin in the captain. I just feel like that's where they're going to go if they're going to, and majority of them are going to go Brady. Or they're going to put Dak in, or, man, not Zeke. I have some Zeke ones too. I think he's going to be pretty low at captain. But they're going to go him or whatever. Then they'll run it back with Another thing to do with those showdown slates is play heavy and kicker, because you gain that leverage, like, right? So you get 6 points or 9 points from a kicker at what, 3,400 or 4,000 or whatever. That's pretty good, because depending on how you built your lineup, that salary that you have, like a Bernard, or I'm trying to think of some of the Dallas tight ends that may not really get you anything. They might end up the night with like 0 or 2 points or something. You gained yourself that 5-6 points, which could make or break. Could be a big difference depending upon if this is really a shootout, which with the spread doesn't point to a shootout tonight. We'll see what happens. Anything's possible. Anything is possible. Mark, what's up, buddy? Hope you're doing well, my friend. Wu-Tang ain't nothing to mess with. Cowboys need to just feed Zeke, keep Brady and company on the bench. Right. But when they feed him, if Tampa shuts him down, then you got to start doing something else. Like, it's like Mike Tyson always said, you got to plan until you get punched in the mouth, right? You always got to plan in life till you get punched in the mouth. You gotta change something somewhere at some point. Who knows though? Maybe he'll just keep it moving, keep it chucking, and we'll be seeing the spoon thing. We'll be seeing that spoon thing all night from Zeke. Good comeback. All right, gang. We're about back. I'm gonna end this here in a second. I'm gonna get ready to chill and watch the game and relax and get ready for the weekend. Week 1 NFL. Appreciate all you guys joining. Love you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, we'll be talking a lot like this. I'll be getting more in depth though on Sunday when we kind of break down more games. If you missed it, play it back. If you're a DFS player, play it back. You can kind of hear some of the stacks that I'm on that are a few of them are sneaky for sure. Going to be very low owned. Yeah. People are sleeping on Dallas. They're stacked. Yeah, the point spread just went up 3 more, which is insane as well. So exactly like last year, which is pretty damn good. It's very good. Their defense is very, very good. Yes. I love Dak this year, though, overall. I think he's going to have a great season. I think the Cowboys will do decent this year. I don't think tonight's their night, but we'll see. I hope so. I don't care either way. So I just hope it's a good game. So, all right, guys. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. I hope your team, if one of your teams are playing tonight, I hope they win. Hope we have a fun one. And until next time, I'll see you guys probably Sunday morning, like 9:30, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Love you guys. Peace.